Yo, what's up? Good morning, you guys. Peek out here in Singapore, and it is Saturday morning. Just getting ready to get dressed and get out the door because we gotta head back to the temple. Finished cutting vegetables last night. It's a 60-year tradition going on this year because my grandparents started this, where we pick a Saturday in the month of September and actually feed the temple. So getting ready to go out there and serve. But in the meantime, you know me, wake up in the morning, trying to find some good vibes to, to start my day off with. And I saw a video of Ellen with some kids from my high school. I think it was MLK College Prep High School, something like that, where they did something kind to one of their classmates because they noticed that he was always being bullied. And it just so happened to go get on social media somehow, went viral. People, decided they wanted to support because it was the right thing to do. It was um, a good piece of kindness that they wanted to go um, to become popular so people see more of it. And I wanted to talk to you really quick about social media points because there's so much stuff out there on social media right now. You got cat videos, you got people doing jackass stuff, you got TikTok, you got people imitating each other. You got all kinds of stuff out there. People showing off their bodies for likes, people showing off, funny things that they do, being silly in front of the camera, and all of that has a good and a bad side to it. There's light and dark and all of that, right? And for me, I kind of feel like a lot of people do things that are staged to show that they're good people, but then there are a lot of people that just do things naturally that aren't caught on tape because this is just the way they are. A lot of times, I want people to see what I'm doing. I want people to know what I'm doing, but because I have both hands involved in it, I can't really tape it. I can't really show you what's going on. So some of it is staged. Some of it is like, oh, baby girl, can you do that again? Because it was really cute and I forgot I didn't have my phone with me. I was actually enjoying the moment. But that's kind of the thing, right? I want to know what it is that y'all do, what y'all post, and how it gets onto social media. What are you expecting from it? A lot of us do things on a daily basis that is the epitome of human nature, as in the good kind, not the animalistic side of human nature, but the kind where we're trying to be kind to people. We're trying to show people that we see you. We see that you exist. And something Will Smith said in this video was that you can't walk past anybody in the street that isn't suffering some kind of difficulty, in their own head. Something is really big to them, something is bothering them, something's on their mind, something weighs heavily on their heart. And you can't judge by seeing people on the outside, to know whether they are having a great life or not. You can't really judge. But it really does matter whether you're suffering or not, what you do with your life. Um, Another point was these two kids, they happened to be African American kids, and they were helping out a Caucasian young man. And I think that was beautiful because so often it's portrayed in the media that people of color have a quick temper. They react very quickly. Um, they can be vengeful, they can be anger driven, they can be the kind of people that just kind of look out for themselves. And that's what's portrayed in mainstream America a lot, and it's really sad. It was beautiful for the young man to come up and say, hey, I saw this kid being bullied, and as a matter of fact, I'm not afraid to say it. In the beginning, I was one of those people that was joining in, that was kind of laughing along with everybody else and kind of just going with the flow, until I went back home and I realized that this ain't the way to be. This is not right, and I owe that kid an apology. So what he ended up doing was getting together with another classmate to do something just from the bottom of his heart, very nice. And originally he mentioned that both those boys, they pulled this kid out of class and they wanted to gift him with something. It was meant to be something like a private moment, but one of their other classmates, who constantly has a phone in his hand, decided he wanted to come out there and follow and see what was going on, and just so happened to have his camera in his hand as always. So I think there is good and bad to all of this stuff. I think that it's more important to make important moments go viral than it is to share your theories on cats and how they have their own personalities, and how cats have, uh, you know, hidden talents, and showing off the fact that, you can stage something that happens to be part of a challenge, like the ice bucket challenge, or the, lyric challenges are really popular right now. All kinds of stuff. Like, there's so many challenges out there, but honestly, kindness should not be a challenge. Kindness should be an everyday thing. And the more we go and tape the fact that somebody else is doing something great, the more we promote that kind of behavior. I mean, I've seen, goodness, what did I see the other day? Something completely crazy. these two kids that were playing in front of a trash can, and it's one of those, foot pedal trash cans that opens the lid or whatever, and the kids took turns standing behind the lid so that the other kid could step on the pedal and it would hit them in the face. It's cute and funny and all, but who the hell was standing there and filming this? One of the parents? An elder? Like somebody who should have been in charge of uh, their growing up, and I'm not gonna lie. I laughed. I thought it was funny. I did share it. I shared it with one of my friends. I thought it was silly. But the point is, in me sharing that instead of something that was really and truly inspiring, I'm becoming part of that bully culture, part of that, this is brainless, thoughtless behaviors that we just continually push forward. Those America's Home funniest videos, and that became an epidemic because somebody decided they were going to gift somebody $10,000, right? So all your home videos came out, all those goofy moments that you never wanted to see the light of day came up. But since then, people have been planning doing stupid things, and that goes viral as well. So social media points, I think, is really interesting because right now Instagram is deciding they're going to get rid of likes. So what exactly do you judge content on now? How do you know what is important and what's not important? How do you decide what gets shared and what doesn't? I think it's more important now than ever to watch content all the way to the end and decide on whether it makes you feel good or not before you share it. So what kind of concept is that? Is that good enough for social media points? Is that what makes it good enough for you to become like a star somehow? Everybody decides that, okay, if you got over 10,000 followers, then you somebody. But what about all those people that have maybe 600 followers, but every one of them 600 followers really does watch your content? Maybe out of 600, 500 or 400 like your content. Doesn't that say something about you, that you really do connect with all the people that you're friends with, that you're speaking to? I myself, I don't know everybody. There was a time where I knew everybody, and my people follow me and they write to me and they comment on my posts and stuff, and I love that. But more often than not, it's people I don't know, but I try to interact. I try to get to know them because I will share their content. I will write on their content. I will follow you if you have something that I want to see daily. That's how I curate my feed. But it's also filled with people that I enjoy being a part of their lives. I enjoy seeing what they're doing in their lives. I think it's important, right? So don't wait. Don't do things just in the off chance that Alan and Will might get involved. Do things because you know it's right. Do things because it makes you feel good. Like I said this morning, and every morning, really, I do. I get on social media as soon as I wake up just to see who messaged me, see what's going on in the world, where my friends are at, what's going on, because people do message me for help and I want to make sure that my circle, my team, my people, they're doing okay. And then after that, I do scroll my feed a little bit and I do write comments and I send messages and I share things that I think are inspirational because that's how I start my day. The inspiration is not just for you, it's for me too. That's why I started with Instagram. Way back in 2013, I started with Instagram because I was down in the dumps. I was depressed and I needed a way to pull myself out of the funk, so I would look for things that made me feel good that day, that kind of aligned with the way I was feeling, the things I was believing, so I could remind myself that there were better things to aspire towards. So don't let the possibility of being viral be the reason you're on the internet. Why don't you be that inspiration? Why don't you do something that your future self will be just feel proud of you for? The fact that Will Smith pointed out the child that was able to self-correct his behavior is important because we need to be able to be honest with ourselves. Was this the right thing I should have done? Is there something else I could have done? Is there a better way I could have handled this? And sometimes it's not always the ability to throw money at a problem. Yes, these kids were able to buy clothes for the other kids that was being bullied, and perhaps it was because he was being bullied on the way he dressed. Maybe. I don't know. But sometimes it has nothing to do with money. Sometimes it really does really, really deal with connecting on a human level. There's so much AI out there, you guys. Alexa and company, right? They're all artificially intelligent, but they were programmed by a human, but they still don't have the intuition. They still don't have that the inner knowing, that understanding. They can't tell by facial recognition that someone is upset. They can tell who you are, right? The many versions of you, but they can't tell if you're upset and you need something. That takes a little bit more of a human touch. They need for people to be able to know what you seem like on a regular basis and what seems out of the ordinary. That still takes gut instinct. That still takes this intuition, this inner knowingness. So don't let the possibility of popularity determine what you post online. I post things I really believe in. I post things that I suddenly like, they gave me an aha moment, like, damn, right, you know what? That's entirely right. Don't wait. Don't let social media points guide who you are going to be. Because one day you will look back and be like, damn, I wasted all those years doing this when I couldn't be doing that. I hope this made sense, you guys. I love you, and I'll catch you again later. Bye.